Welcome back to my channel, guys. Before I get started with this week's video, I wanted to take one quick minute to say thank you to all of you from the absolute bottom of my heart. Somehow, with your help, I've been able to surpass 10,000 YouTube subscribers, which is honestly mind-blowing to me. The fact that there are over 10,000 of you that care about my life and my teaching and what I have to say is so incredible, and I can't even begin to tell you guys how important you are to me and how much you inspire me on a daily basis to be a better teacher, whether it's just a nice comment or an email or even just watching my videos. You guys seriously keep me going every single day, and I cannot thank you enough for that. So I just wanted to take this moment to tell you guys how appreciative I am of you guys. I seriously think you all are amazing. I'm gonna get to this week's vlog now because I don't want to take too much time, but thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Good morning. It is Monday, March 5th, 6th, something. You would think I would know after vlogging all weekend, but I don't. I think it's March 6th. It's March 6th. My sock has already fallen down inside of my boot, so I'm really hoping that that is not a representation of how my day is gonna go. I will be completely honest, I loved vlogging over the weekend, but I'm really tired. I felt like I didn't ever have any like downtime. I felt like I was always doing something, and I just feel not ready for the week. Like, I honestly don't feel like I've had time to relax, and I need it. So I'm gonna be completely honest. I foresee a mental health day in my future. That may be the thing that I do for myself this week, because I honestly feel like I just need a day to do nothing, and I don't ever do that, but I need that really badly. But for right now, I have to get to school. I have to adult. It is 7:20 in the morning, so I'm leaving a little bit earlier than usual just because I wanted to have a pretty stress-free start to my morning. We'll see if that actually happens. I am gonna go get Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but I think I'm gonna get a hot coffee because it's like 20 degrees outside, which is way too cold for Maryland for March. So I'm gonna go get that. I will catch up with you guys once I get to school.
Good morning, may I take your order?
Good morning. I placed an order on the app under the name Michelle.
Now let's hear you got a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Go ahead and pour it out.
All right, thank you. I just got to school. I think it's about 7:45. I need to go make a couple of copies. I need to swipe in, heat up my breakfast, but good news is I do have guidance this morning from 11 to 11:30, so whatever I do not finish this morning, I can get done then. So this morning, instead of doing regular science, we went ahead and read some nonfiction books about lions and got all of our notes done. So this afternoon, we will fill out the graphic organizer and then do the informative writing. So during guidance today, I got all of the pieces prepped for the lion craft. This is a part of the March Rooted in Reading that goes with Library Lion. So I got all the pieces cut out, and then I went ahead and I had a couple kids help me just to get them all portioned out so that all I have to do is hand the kid the top piece, and then they're all ready to go. It is now lunchtime, and honestly, the morning hasn't been too bad, knock on wood. But we're basically just focusing on lions today. So we had a normal math period, and then we did not do science. We did nonfiction reading about lions and did our notes, and then this afternoon we're gonna do the writing and the craft. So I am not doing guided reading groups. It's kind of just an off day, but honestly, it comes up, it happens, it's okay. We will get back to our schedule tomorrow. All right, Liam, read your conclusion to me.
If we don't stop hunting, lions will be playing chess with the dinosaurs.
It is now 2:30. I just took my students to music. Guys, it is a bad idea to try to read nonfiction books, take notes, fill in the graphic organizer, complete the writing, and do the craft all in one day. Don't do it. Don't be like me. But we're almost all done. Like, let me show you currently what my room looks like, because it is a complete hot mess. We have paper everywhere. And the bad thing is, when we come back from music, it's gonna be 3 o'clock and dismissal starts a couple minutes after 3. So we are not even gonna have time to clean it up. Honestly, we're probably just gonna have to leave it, and whatever is done is done. Whatever is not done, we'll have to get done tomorrow morning. So as my students were turning in their writing pieces, I went ahead and pulled out the ones where I felt like they really did their best. So I'm going to have these in the display case. Because it's all the second grade classes in one display case, we can't put everyone's. So I pulled out about 6, and I'm gonna go ahead and mount them on this orange cardstock and then pull out the crafts that are done for those students. I think we all just need to take a moment to appreciate the masterpiece that is this lion. So my last kid was just dismissed. We did a pretty good job of getting it all cleaned up and finished by the end of the day. I just have a small handful of kids who are still not done. but we have a faculty meeting starting in like 2 minutes, so I need to grab a notepad, a pen, head to the faculty meeting, and I will catch up with you after. All right, so it is 4:30, our faculty meeting just let out. So I've pulled out the writings that were good enough for the front bulletin board. So what I'm doing now is going through and grading them with the rubric, and I'm putting them on green paper. I'm putting the writing on one side, rubric on the other, and the ones that don't go up in the front bulletin board are gonna go out in the hallway. So I'm trying to sit and get this done first so that my desk will be nice and clean again. All right, good news, bad news. Good news is I am done grading all of the writing pieces from today, and they're all in the grade book. Bad news is I now have to stuff Tuesday folders. Sometimes I can get away with stuffing them on Tuesday, like during my planning time or lunch or whatever, but there's actually a ton to go home this week. So I'm gonna go ahead, take the time to do it now. I also need to put papers in mailboxes because I know that my mailman did not get through all of them because it was kind of a hectic day. It's okay, I will get it done. I know a lot of you guys have asked me where I got these mailboxes. So I think they came from School Specialty. I ordered these my first year. I was given money to order things for my classroom, and I'm pretty sure I ordered everything from School Specialty. Whether or not they still have this, I have no idea. I will do my best to try to track down at least something similar and put the link in the description. If not, I apologize, but these are amazing. If I can find them, I highly suggest you guys get them.
We'll go through the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the ways.
All right, life update. It is 6:30 p.m. Grades are done. Tuesday folders are done. That is fantastic. However, I have a feeling it's going to be a very late night tonight. I have a pretty hefty to-do list, and it's not necessarily things that have to be done tonight, but at the same time, I know I should be like the better person and get them done tonight so that I have an easier rest of the week. So I'm currently on the fence between doing the right thing and getting it done and going home and eating because I'm really hungry. But here's what is like on my horizons of things that have to get done. My one thing for my classroom this week, which if you are not familiar with the Teacher 3, I mentioned it in my last classroom vlog. I have a freebie in my TPT store. I will have the link down in the description. You essentially do one thing for your classroom, one thing for your students, and one thing for yourself each week. My one thing for my classroom is cleaning off the top of my filing cabinet because it is horrendous. Things are falling off anytime I try to access any of the materials that are on top of it, and it needs to be taken care of. So ideally, I should stay and do that tonight, but at the same time, I know that it's probably going to take a lot of time, and I kind of am not excited about it. So I don't know. We will see if I actually do that. I also need to hang up the lions in the hallway. So some of them are going to go up in the front bulletin board, but the ones that are not need to get hung up in the holiday. Yes, hung up in the holiday. Dear Lord. I also need I also need a nap. Oh my goodness. Hung up in the hallway. And that's going to be a lengthy process because I need to take down the snowmen that I worked so hard to put up there a couple weeks ago, and I would need to put these up. I also need to lesson plan for the rest of the week because that has not been done. I have an idea of what I'm doing, but I need to put that idea onto paper. So wish me luck. All right, guys, I decided it is Operation Suck It Up and get it done because this is really bothering me and I need to just do it. I need to stop making excuses, stop putting it off for the rest of the week, just get it done, and I know that I will feel a lot better after. It is done, and I'm not even gonna lie, it really wasn't that bad. It took less than 10 minutes, but you will notice I strategically placed my little doodads up there so that I cannot make a mess of it again. Let me just show you some of my discoveries. So I had a bunch of worksheets that are honestly just not even relevant anymore, so I threw them away because I don't like clutter. I would rather just get rid of them. I used to hold on to extra worksheets, and then I realized I never used them. However, this is still current with what we are doing, adding and subtracting 2-digit numbers. So I am going to hold on to this. I can use that for like a math flex day or something. These are random books that I had in my library that I pulled out because they're just too high for my kids. So I will take them home and put them in storage. I did find these Explorer magazines. Now, we've had these since the beginning of the year. They're National Geographic. We have not used them, but I'm going to have to write 7 days of sub plans for when I'm not here for my cruise in late April. So I'm definitely going to hold on to these for that. I just need to find a spot to put them. And this is totally karma. I found March book orders that I need to send home. And of course, I've already stuffed Tuesday folders. I thought about just throwing them away, but when I really sit and think about it, my parent volunteer did take the time to get them ready, so I need to go ahead and just suck it up and send them home. So I'm gonna have to restuff Tuesday folders, but it's my fault, so oh well. Remember when I bought a bunch of these iris containers and I wasn't sure what I was going to use them for? I found another use besides Rooted in Reading. If you are like me, you always have a bunch of just random extra Scholastic news articles, and I had been storing them up there, which is not a good idea. So I've decided to store them in this container. I even have just whole packs that I never ended up using, so those will probably also get pulled for sub plans. I don't know where I'm actually going to store this yet. I'm gonna have to find room in a cabinet somewhere, but I thought that was just a quick and easy place to store all of them. So I went ahead and got all of my copies for reading and language because those come from Rooted in Reading. Those are all set. I am now gonna sit and try to lesson plan the rest of the week. I'm gonna get as much done as I can between now and 8 o'clock. It is 7:17, mark my words. I am not staying past 8 o'clock. So as I'm sitting here lesson planning, I was looking for a video to introduce indefinite articles to my kids. So a and the. I do not recommend to you ever pulling up just a YouTube video because there are ads and we know that they are not always appropriate and you never know what ad might show up. So I personally use something called SafeShare TV to make sure that the videos are ad free. So you just paste in the YouTube video and you generate the safe view. It will pull it up. If you don't want to edit it at all, just hit submit.
You know how to use the indefinite article.
And it will pull up the SafeShare video. Now, it's kind of inconvenient because obviously once you have this, it's not like you want to leave that tab up all the time. So I'm going to show you how I save these so that I can use them from year to year because a lot of times I do use the same videos. Come up here and copy, sorry, I'm like not showing it at all. Copy the URL for that SafeShare. And I use something called Symbaloo. If you are not familiar with Symbaloo, I highly recommend you check it out. It's basically a way to bookmark pages. So personally, I have a page for school, and this has most of the websites that I use at school. I also have one all for videos. So I just started doing this recently. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. So right now I just kind of have them organized. These are like book read alouds. This is like science. Yes, you can see beans, greens, potatoes, and tomatoes is one of mine. And over here is like my language / phonics. So you just go to add a tile, go to create a tile, and then this is where you will paste in the URL and then the name. I'm just gonna put articles. Okay. And then I like to add in the thumbnail because I most of the time remember the video by the thumbnail. So I change the background to white. And then I need to upload an image. So what I typically like to do is come here. I will copy the name of the YouTube video. And I'm gonna come over here. This is like the worst tutorial ever, guys. I'm sorry, I'm trying to film this with my camera and type at the same time. So I'm gonna paste that in and I'm gonna put like YouTube, oh my gosh, hold on. I need to switch hands. Okay, YouTube video for kids. And then I'm gonna go to images and a lot of times, yep, there's that video. So I'm gonna go to images and you will get the thumbnail. Oh, of course, there we go. Good enough. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna right click it, I'm going to save it to my downloads, and I'm gonna come back to my Symbaloo, and I'm going to go to upload image, choose file, go to my downloads where it's saved, click it, hit choose, hit upload. I know it's a lot of steps, but I swear it is like really easy once you do it all the time. Stretch it out to the whole thing, use selection, and you'll notice it will update it up here with the URL. I like to have it show text. That way I can see what it is. I hit save, and now I have this fancy little icon, and when I click it, when I'm in the middle of a lesson and I'm ready for the video, it pops right up and I don't have to worry about any ads. All right, guys, here's your proof. It is, nope, wrong way. It is 8:01. I have done all of my reading, language, vocabulary, phonics, whatever else plans for the rest of the week. I'm also done science for the rest of the week. So the only thing, can't talk. The only thing left is social studies, which I only have 2 days of that to plan, and math, which math is pretty easy to plan because it's already set up in the plan book. I just have to write the small group plans. But I've decided today's theme is suck it up and get it done. I'm gonna go home, power through it, get it done, so that I don't have to worry about it the rest of the week, because I think I'm just gonna be a much happier person if that is the case. So if anyone wants to coin that and put it on a t-shirt for me, suck it up, get it done, that would be fantastic. Alright guys, I got Happy Mail and I'm super excited to open it, but I'm waiting until my video this weekend. I'm going to feature this in the video, so make sure you are subscribed to me so you don't miss that, and I also will have a giveaway going along with it.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Good morning, it is Tuesday, March the 7th. I'm super tired. I went to bed at like 12:30 and I don't think I fell asleep until close to 1:30 because I just had so much on my mind. Like for some reason I felt super overwhelmed, like I have a lot to do, and in reality I don't. Like because yesterday was super productive, I really don't have a lot to do. I got home last night and after I ate dinner, I got all of my plans done for the week with the exception of one guided reading plan, and I'm gonna work on that today so that it's completely done for the week. So that takes a huge load off of me, but for some reason I still just feel really overwhelmed. So I don't know, maybe I'm forgetting something. Watch, I'm probably forgetting something really big. But I'm gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts and get an iced coffee because yesterday I got a hot coffee and I realized that I don't like hot coffee. It was not enjoyable and it was very disappointing. So I'm gonna go get myself my usual iced coffee.
One of you happened to make it sexual. I get it.
So my Scholastic book order came from February, and I was going to wait and open it on camera for you guys, but my one student who had ordered books had literally been begging me for them every single day, and I've been tracking the package, and when he found out they were here, he literally could not wait, so I went ahead and opened it for him. But these are all the books I personally got. So I got one of these packs. It had 5 of the I Am books. I really like these for like biography studies. So I have I Am Amelia Earhart, and I will use that this month for Women's History Month. I Am Albert Einstein. I Am Rosa Parks. I will use that next year for Black History Month. I Am Helen Keller. I will use that this month. And then I Am Jackie Robinson. I also got another one of the My Weirdest School books, Mr. Nick is a Lunatic, because my kids really like these and it was cheap. I got a National Geographic Kids book of Frederick Douglass. I will use that next year when I do Frederick Douglass for Black History Month. And then last but not least, I got How to Catch a Leprechaun because I've never read it, but it looks super cute. It is now my lunchtime. Honestly, the morning hasn't been too bad. Chuckles and Knuckles are both doing really well, and maybe I should change Knuckles' nickname to Chuckles because he made me laugh so hard earlier. We were reading Library Lion, and there's one part where it says, "Hello, Lion," and he was sitting right in front of me, and I could hear him very softly go, "It's me," because he started singing the Adele song, and I seriously, like, I had to stop reading, and I just cracked up. But I love those moments because honestly, like, I don't know, it was just really funny, and like the whole class was laughing, and it was just a really good like bonding moment. So I'm gonna go eat my lunch. Fingers crossed that the afternoon will be just as good. So I am proud of myself for finally updating my objectives and having them be current with what we're doing.
No, that's
alright, it'll come out the wash. There you go. Life is amazing. What you singing, Aiden?
Huh?
What you singing? Just pop into whatever's in your head?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready to paint the bottom.
Alright, sir, I will come back with you in 1 second. Aiden! All right, it is now my afternoon special time. It's currently about 2:45. My students went to PE at 2:15, and me and my team teacher had to go decorate the front bulletin board with all of the lion stuff. But that's done, and that's one less thing I have to do after school, which is great. So I have 10 minutes left of my planning. I'm gonna try to just get my desk cleaned off and the back table cleaned off because I have ketchup and pickle papers everywhere and cherry blossom craft stuff everywhere, and it's just a hot mess. So I'm gonna try to get that cleaned up now, and then whatever doesn't get cleaned up, my kids can clean up during dismissal, and I'm gonna try to get grading done during dismissal. Thankfully, I don't have to leave super early after school today because my boyfriend is not free until like 5 o'clock. So I don't have to meet him at the gym until 5. So that gives me time after school to get grading done. All right, it is now the end of the day. My last student has left for dismissal. I did not get a lot graded during dismissal because it took a lot longer just to clean up my room than I perceived, but it's okay. I'm gonna sit and do it now. And I also need to pick out a guided reading book for my slightly above level groups that I can plan that tonight, and that will be the last thing that I have to do for lesson plans for the week. Now that I am done with my grading, I went ahead and grabbed a nonfiction book for my slightly above level group, African Grassland, since we have been learning about lions, and I did go ahead and bump them up to a level O, and we're going to see how they do with it. So now I just need to go ahead and plug in my lesson plans for that. All right, it is now 5 o'clock. Thankfully, I got pretty much everything done. My lesson plans for my small group are done. My grading is done. So the only other thing that I need to do tonight is type up their haikus because they are not going to be able to read their own handwriting, and I need to be able to record them reading the poems tomorrow because we didn't have time today. So I'm going to type them up, print them out, have them read them, and then put them all together with the QR code to hang up in the hallway. Thankfully, I do have a volunteer coming this Friday, so that will be something she will be able to help with. But for now, I'm gonna leave and go to the gym. All right, I spoke too soon. It's 5:15, and now I am leaving for the gym. I was almost out of the door, and one of my girls had stayed after to audition for the talent show, and her mom was not here to pick her up, and she was scared, so she came down to my room. I had to go make a phone call and wait with her until mom got here. But now I am finally headed to the gym. Good morning. It is Wednesday, March the 8th. I cannot talk long because it is 7:25 and my PLC meeting starts at 7:45. I didn't forget that I had it. I just forgot that that meant I had to leave early, which didn't happen. So I need to quickly go grab coffee, and then I will catch up with you guys sometime this morning, this afternoon, I don't know. It is now lunchtime, and hallelujah, because the morning has just been one huge whirlwind. So this morning I had my PLC meeting, and the only thing I got done was this data analysis from our last benchmark. We have to turn that into administration. Basically, we have to go through the test, pull out what standards our students struggled with, who needs intervention, who needs enrichment, what are we going to do to provide those for each of the standards, and it's just a big pain, and it took the whole time. Since then, the biggest issue has just been parents contacting me. I've had so many Class Dojo messages, so many text messages, and just everything, and it's driving me nuts trying to respond to them. So we had permission slips go home in Tuesday folders last night for a field trip the beginning of May 5th. We're going to Port Discovery in Baltimore. Well, we can only have 4 chaperones, and of course I have a ton of parents who want to be chaperones, and I just don't like dealing with it. Like, I have one who has to go because their kid, like, he needs his mom as a chaperone, trust me. And then I have ones who didn't get to go on the fall field trip, so I told them I'd give them first priority for this one. And then I have like 4 other parents that are all fighting over one spot, so I just do it through a lottery system. But then I know that there's gonna be parents that are upset that they didn't pick, or that they didn't get picked, and then they don't want their kid to go because they didn't get picked. And I just hate picking out chaperones, like I really, really do. But I'm gonna take a minute to go catch my breath. I'm gonna enjoy my lunch, and then hopefully the afternoon will be calm and stress-free. So I had to share this with you guys. In one of my guided reading groups, we are reading this nonfiction book called All About Chocolate. So I was like, oh, let me go to my desk and see if I have some chocolate to give them, because who doesn't like chocolate? And I don't have any like major food allergies in my room. So I went and I found this milk chocolate bar. So I gave them each just a couple little squares, and I was sitting here, and all of a sudden, I see this hole, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had opened it. And then I looked closer, and I realized, oh my goodness, something has chewed, and they sat there and ate. Oh, hold on, fire drill, I'll be back. Okay, so there went half of my planning time for a fire drill. Sorry about that. But yeah, some kind of critter has eaten not only the wrapper, but part of the chocolate, and I did not realize that until I had already handed out like half of the candy bar. So I only have 15 minutes of my planning time left because of that fire drill, so I honestly have no idea what I'm even gonna do for this time, because it's not really enough time to get anything done. So I think I'm just gonna clean off my desk, go through the classwork bin papers, and organize them, and whatever else. So at my school, we do something called Secret Pal. Each person who wants to participate picks out a name, and that is their secret pal, and they give them a different gift each week of the month, and they give them clues as to who it was. Typically, it's done in February, but this year it got pushed back to March. So I went to my mailbox, and my secret pal gift was in there, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got. So I'm super excited that it is Dunkin' Donuts and I can use this in the Keurig I have in my classroom. So maybe this will motivate me to stop going to Dunkin' so much and just making it in my room. So I just had to share this with you guys. I thought it was hilarious. So Chuckles, I have not called his mom in like a week and a half, but I guess his mom just now got one of my messages. So I'm assuming he got in trouble last night and he wrote me this note and he was saying like, why did you call my mom? You said that I had a good day. Like, you're a liar. I thought you were the best teacher ever. And then I thought it was funny because down here, I call him Chuckles when he has a bad day, and then I call him Chucks for short when he has a good day, and he said, like, that's it, it's Chuckles again, say goodbye to Chucks. But then on this side, it was like an apology note, so I ended up talking with Mom. I have a conference with her tomorrow, but I guess she made him write an apology note. So he was just saying, like, I need to get myself together. I hope I go on to 3rd grade, all that, which I just thought it was funny. Because then on the other side, he's like trash talking me, but it's okay because he actually had a really good day today. It is now the end of the day, and I'm just laughing because it has been such a crazy day. But thankfully, during dismissal, my students were in another room because we had our PLC meeting this morning, so we get dismissal to ourselves. And thank goodness, because I had to call parents, I had to go up and talk to administration about some students, and it was just craziness. But it's almost 4 o'clock. I need to head to our local university. It's actually the place that I went to college, and I'm going to be speaking with a group of current interns. It's kind of like a new teacher panel, and I've actually done this for a couple years now, but I've been invited to go talk with them and answer some of their questions, so I'm going to go do that, and I will catch up with you guys after. Good morning. It is Thursday, March the 9th. I'm super tired. I'm not going to lie. I didn't fall asleep until 2 a.m. Totally my fault. However, it is double special day. I do have a conference during one of those times, but it's okay. It's still double special day. I also my lunchbox just fell over, sorry. I also may be having a volunteer come. I'm not 100% positive, but even if I don't, I definitely have one coming tomorrow, which is fantastic because then they can get all the stuff done that I have on my to-do list right now. And I'm also doing my one thing for my students today, so I will show you what that is once I get to school. I'm not gonna lie, it made me a lot more excited to get up this morning despite being tired because I'm excited to see their reactions. However, for now, I need to go get coffee and then I will give you more information once I get to school. So this is the one thing I am doing for my students this week. I wrote them each just a little note about why they make me smile, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited to put it on their desks and have them read it when they come in. If you are interested in this, it is included in the Teacher 3 freebie, so the link is in the description box. So between today and tomorrow, I'm gonna have at least one volunteer, but possibly 2 in my room, and I really wanna make sure I'm using their time efficiently. So in order to cut down on me giving them directions or them asking me questions, I made up these little copy request forms last night. So it's really easy. All I have to do is write the number of copies. My copy code is there for them in case they forget, and then I check off any of these special directions like print on colored paper, cut apart after printed, double-sided, etc. And then there is a space for notes. So all I did was just include one of these with each of the different things that I need copied. And then one other thing I am going to have my volunteer do if she comes today is laminate this quiet please sign. I just quickly made this up last night because honestly I should have made one of these a long time ago, but I just haven't. I also am going to have her laminate and cut apart and put on a ring these number puzzles. These came from the Brown Bag Teacher. They are perfect for early finisher activities for math. So I have like 4 different sets and I'm going to have her laminate them and get them all ready for me. Those are upside down, but oh well, you get the point. That way I have them ready for early finishers in math. All right, so my students are now at art. It's about 10:40. I dropped them off at 10:15 and I spent the first part of that time recording their poems for their haikus so I can get them up in the hallway. So right now I have about 20 minutes left of my planning time. I'm gonna go ahead and grade the exit tickets from math this morning because I did not have time to do that. But thankfully my one parent volunteer did come today and she's gotten through like almost everything I've given her, which is fantastic. But now I have to find stuff for my volunteer to do tomorrow because she like flies through my stuff and I was not expecting it to take her only a couple hours to get it done. But it's good because it gets stuff done and out of the way and I'm extremely grateful for that help. Alright guys, it is now lunch and I have a horrible migraine right now. I could tell earlier that it was coming because I get really bad auras, and I had one earlier and like I knew it was coming, but there's nothing I can do to stop it. And I take medicine for it, but I don't have it with me, and I'm kind of screwed for the rest of the day because I am so nauseous. Like I can't even eat my lunch. I was in tears like taking my kids to lunch because I'm in so much like pain. So I'm not teaching guided reading this afternoon. Like I just can't. And normally like I would probably go and tell administration that like I need to, you know, leave for the afternoon, but there's this big meeting and a bunch of teachers are out this afternoon with subs, so I feel like I just can't. But I don't know, we're gonna have to be on iPads and computers because I just can't like teach right now at all. Like it's all I can do to keep my eyes open. So I'm gonna go and like try to stomach something for lunch, and I'll catch back up with you guys at the afternoon during my special time. Alright, life update. It's now my afternoon special. Hallelujah. I was able to find some ibuprofen, and that at least took the edge off. Like, it didn't make it go away, but it took away, like, that horrible pounding and all the other side effects, like the nausea and everything else. So, I feel a lot better. Still not perfect, but I was able to go ahead and teach guided reading, and we got through our afternoon like normal, which is fantastic. I just had my parent-teacher conference. It was really quick, but the mom was super supportive. It was Chuckle's mom, and actually I really enjoyed meeting with her and just getting to talk to her about him. So I have like 15 minutes left of my special time, I think, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get some things graded that my students did during Daily 5 today. And I'm not in a huge rush to get out of here after school because my boyfriend did have to go into work this afternoon, out of the usual, but it's okay. It will give me some time to get everything together, get things graded, so that hopefully tomorrow night I do not have to stay as long. So it is now the end of the day. I am typing up their poems, turning their recordings into QR codes, and putting them all together so that I can print them out and have my volunteer hang them in the hallway tomorrow. So I did want to show you guys the finished products from our cherry blossom paintings and haikus. I am not exaggerating, and I'm not being biased because they're my students, but I think these came out so good. Their paintings looked fantastic. I love the 3D blossoms that we made with the tissue paper. I love how they all look different, and I love how my kids like went out of what I even asked them to do. They added the sky and the grass, and I hadn't even told them to do that, and I think it makes it look even better. And then for their haikus, they were seriously so impressive. It was a great way to practice syllables. It was a great way to practice adjectives. Plus, we got to meet some of those speaking and listening standards because they recorded themselves speaking their poem. So I turned that audio clip into a QR code, attached it with their poem. That way parents can scan it in the hallway. So overall, great project, definitely one that I'm gonna keep doing year after year. All right, so I'm leaving later than I probably should be. It's 6 p.m. and I really didn't have that much to do, but I did get caught up on all of my grading. It's all in the grade book. Everything is clean, organized. All my copies are organized for next week, so I feel really good. I think it was totally worth it to stay late. I, however, need to go run some errands. I need to get stuff for my secret pal, which I have not done yet, and tomorrow's the last day of the week, so I need to give her her gift for this week. I'm not gonna show you guys what I'm getting, just in case she does watch my vlogs. I don't want her to know who I am, so I will show you guys that in a couple of weeks once it's all over with. But for now, I'm gonna get going, get that done, get home, and work on some stuff for TPT, so I will catch up with you guys later. So I thought I would go ahead and show you guys what I did for myself for the Teacher 3 this week. I treated myself to a new bathing suit because I have a cruise coming up in April. This came from Target. I have had my eye on this for several weeks now, and they finally had my size, so I figured I'd go ahead and snag it. And then I also got this cover up from Marshall's, so I'm super happy, super excited for it to get warm, for me to wear them, and I feel so much more rejuvenated and ready for Friday. There is nothing like retail therapy. Good morning. It is Friday, March the 10th. I stayed up way too late last night, and I didn't mean to. It just kind of happened. I didn't get home from running errands until like 9 o'clock, and then I had to put together my gift for my secret pal. I had to eat dinner. I had to get stuff ready for my volunteer today, which I still don't even have a lot of, but oh well. Life happens. It's okay. I am ready to get today over with. It is not a casual day, which kind of stinks, but I'm hoping, like, this week has been pretty good behavior-wise, so I'm hoping it stays that way. I have my parent volunteer coming, so it should be a good day. Good morning. Can I get a medium iced coffee with the French vanilla swirl and almond milk, please?
Yes, ma'am. Can I get you anything else?
Nope, that will be it.
All right, honey, it's 2:53.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so life of a teacher. I was driving to school this morning and I remembered that I needed raisins and Sprite for a science experiment today. So I got the Sprite, which is all good. However, they did not have raisins, so I was forced to buy this trail mix and I'm gonna have to just pick out the raisins.
Oh, it moved. Oh, that was cool. They like jumper beans. I had them before. I brought some. It's going down and going back up, going down, going back up, going down, go back up. That's cool. Look, a raisin trampoline. Why is only one raisin coming up? No, there's two. Well, now they're all coming up again. Coming up. The bubbles.
So what do you guys notice?
That one is jumping down.
Why do you think that is?
Because they got bubbles. It's different stuff.
And what are in bubbles?
Different air.
And air is a
Gas.
life update. It is 2:30 and this is the first chance I've had to vlog all day. That tells you how busy the day has been. I wanted to pull my hair out this afternoon because my kids were just all over the place. My one boy was screaming, ran out of the room. We finally tracked him down and he has been crying ever since, and that's one thing I do not have sympathy for. Like, no, I'm sorry, you're in 2nd grade. You don't need to cry at the drop of a hat for every little thing. Suck it up, buttercup. But thankfully my parent volunteer was able to help me get a lot done. However, I still have a lot of grading to do because we did take quite a few quizzes and spelling tests and things like that. So I'm going to try to get that done now during my planning time and just try to relax a little bit because I need a glass of wine really badly and I cannot have that until I leave school. So until then, I need to find something to help me keep my sanity. So random tip for you as I sit here and clean off my table. When you have glue sticks that are dried up or used up and you go to throw them away, make sure you save the cap, because then you will have a nice little stash of them so that when one goes missing in the future, because trust me, it will, you will have a bunch that you can pull out and use.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
It's now about 4 o'clock and I'm very happy to report that between my planning time and dismissal, I got all of my papers graded. The only thing I didn't get to were these math pages from today. However, I don't grade everything my kids do. There's just no possible way to do that. So I don't think those are going to get graded. I think they're just going to get stars and put into the mailboxes. So I need to go ahead, put these grades into the online grade book, and then I will be good to go. So a parent just sent me this on Class Dojo and I'm cracking up because this literally could not be more true. All right, I feel super productive. It's 4:30, clips are all entered and moved, schedule is changed, new book for next week is out, my desk is clean. I also put out the new vocabulary cards for the book we're doing next week. And the back of my room is pretty clean as well. Spelling tests are out on desks. So that means I now get to sit and actually type out my lesson plans. I already know what I'm doing in my head. I just have to actually put it into my lesson plan template. So I'm gonna sit and do that now so that for once I don't have to do it over the weekend. All right, it is now 8 p.m., which is way too late for me to stay at school on a Friday. However, all of my lesson plans for next week are completely done. I just have to print them out. And guys, I'm seriously so excited because I don't think that has happened all school year. I am just not the kind of person who can be completely planned on a Friday before the weekend starts. Sorry, not sorry. That's just how I operate. But I will say it feels really good to know that I don't have to do it over the weekend. I will have more free time and hopefully I can actually relax. I need to apologize for this vlog because I felt like it was just all over the place and I felt like I didn't get a lot of good footage, so I apologize. However, I felt like I really needed to take this week and like get ahead of the game, but hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. If you guys did, please give the video a thumbs up because it helps me out. Subscribe to me if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be the reveal of all the goodies that are in that box. I can't wait to show you guys, and I will have a giveaway with it as well, so make sure you are subscribed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end and for supporting my YouTube channel. I appreciate it more than you guys realize. If you want to check out any of my older videos, you can use the 2 links right down here. And if you want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, you can use the link right over here. In the description is the link to all of my social media sites, my Teachers Pay Teacher store, and my Amazon store. And I will catch you guys in my next video.